Imagine a chilling winter night, the power grid fails unexpectedly. What's your first move? Such scenarios can be daunting, and the instinctual response might be panic. But remember, panic is the enemy of preparation. It's essential to stay calm and think clearly. In the face of chaos, organization is your lifeline. An organized mind breeds organized actions. So, let's get organized. Your first step? Gather your emergency kit. This should be a pre-prepared collection of necessary items that can support survival. It's not just about food and water, though they are important. Your kit should include first aid supplies, necessary medications, flashlights, batteries, and a radio. Once your kit is in hand, it's time to regroup. Centralize your family in a safe and comfortable location. This is not just about physical safety, but also psychological comfort. A familiar environment can help to reduce stress and promote clearer thinking. Now, it's time for a quick assessment. What resources do you have? How can they be used most effectively? Who in your group has specific skills or knowledge that can be utilized? Remember, every item and every individual in your group has potential value. Understanding this value is essential for effective survival planning. At this stage, it's also important to establish a clear communication plan. This should include both internal communication within your group and external communication with the outside world. A battery or crank-powered radio can be a vital tool for staying informed about the situation. This is a lot to take in, and it's important not to rush. Take the necessary time to ensure that everyone in your group understands the plan and their role within it. Communication, clarity, and calmness are your guiding principles in this process. In the face of adversity, adaptability and organization are your best allies. Remember, survival is not about being the strongest or the fastest, it's about being the most adaptable. So stay calm, stay organized, and stay adaptable. Your survival may depend on it. When the grid goes down, the kitchen lights go out, but fear not, a well-stocked prepper pantry shines in the darkness. The prepper pantry is the heart of survival preparation, an invaluable resource in the face of winter power outages. It's crucial to stock up on high-calorie foods. Think canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, and grains. These will keep you going when the temperature drops and energy demands rise. And let's not forget the morale-boosting power of warm beverages. A hot cup of tea or coffee can do wonders for your spirit in the chilly gloom. Water, of course, is an absolute essential. Your emergency water supply should be ample and easily accessible. Remember, in a grid-down scenario, your usual water source may be compromised. In the belly of the beast that is winter, your pantry is your first line of defense. It's not just about sustenance, but also about survival, resilience, and the ability to weather any storm. It's cold outside, the power's out, and heating is a luxury. What do? Well, let's first talk about the importance of layering clothing. The idea is to trap warm air close to your body and maintain your core temperature. You start with a moisture-wicking base layer to keep you dry, then an insulating layer to retain heat, and finally, an outer layer to shield against wind and snow. Consider materials like wool or thermal synthetics that provide superior insulation. Don't forget your extremities. Your head, hands, and feet are crucial to keep warm, as they are often the first to feel the cold. Hats, gloves, and thermal socks are a must. And remember, it's better to be slightly too warm and have to remove a layer than to be too cold and not have enough. Now, on to designating a warm communal space. In a power outage, it's more efficient to heat one room rather than an entire house. Choose a room with the least number of windows and doors. Make sure it's large enough for everyone but small enough to keep warm. You can even cover windows with heavy curtains or blankets to further insulate the space. Lastly, let's utilize blankets and sleeping bags. These are not just for sleeping but can be used throughout the day. A good quality sleeping bag can provide much needed warmth during the coldest hours. Blankets can be draped over shoulders, wrapped around legs, or used to sit on for added insulation. In a winter grid-down scenario, there's more to staying warm than cranking up a heater. It's about smart choices and resourcefulness. It's about understanding the principles of insulation and heat retention. Remember, warmth is not just about comfort, it's about survival. So layer up, designate a warm space, and utilize those blankets. These are simple yet effective measures to ensure you and your family stay warm when the power grid goes down. You've got this. The cold may be daunting, but with preparation and the right mindset, you can weather any storm. Remember, warmth is not just about comfort, it's about survival. How do you navigate the darkness when the usual light switches offer no solace? A question that might just save your life in a winter grid-down scenario. You see, in such times it's crucial to strategically utilize whatever sources of light you have at your disposal. Flashlights, for instance, serve as our first line of defense against the dark. They're portable, bright, and most importantly, reliable. Keep a few stashed around your home, always within easy reach. Lanterns, on the other hand, offer a wider range of light and are perfect for illuminating communal spaces. Then we have candles. They may seem old-fashioned, but they are incredibly versatile. Not to mention, they don't rely on batteries. However, remember to use each of these light sources strategically. Conserve their power for when you need it most. Remember, in a world plunged into darkness, every burst of light counts. Lighting is not just for convenience, it's a beacon of hope in the darkness. When the standard heating options fail, where do you turn? This question isn't just a theoretical conundrum, it's a reality that many of us could face when the power grid goes down in the dead of winter. The answer lies in alternative heating sources. These are options that can function independently of the standard power grid and can provide much-needed warmth during a winter power outage. Two of the most common and reliable alternative heating sources are generators and indoor safe heaters. Let's start with generators. They convert mechanical energy into electrical energy, providing an independent power source that can be used to run a variety of heating devices. It's crucial to remember, however, that generators should be used responsibly. They need to be placed outdoors or in a well-ventilated area to prevent carbon monoxide buildup, which can be deadly. Also, they require fuel, so be sure to have an ample supply on hand before the power goes out. Next, we have indoor safe heaters. These heaters are specifically designed to be used safely indoors, even in small or enclosed spaces. They often run on propane, natural gas, or kerosene, and many models come with built-in safety features like automatic shut-off mechanisms and oxygen sensors. They can provide a substantial amount of heat, but like generators, they require a fuel source. It's important to store this fuel safely and to use the heaters in a well-ventilated area to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. These alternative heating sources aren't just luxuries. In a grid-down scenario, they can mean the difference between life and death. They provide a layer of security and comfort in an otherwise bleak situation, and knowing how to use them properly is a vital part of being prepared. So, when the standard heating options fail, you now know where to turn. Generators and indoor safe heaters can provide the warmth you need to survive and thrive during a winter power outage. Remember, preparation is the key to survival, and understanding your heating options is a crucial part of that process. Alternative heating sources can be a game changer in a grid-down scenario. In the silence of a power outage, how do you stay connected? As we navigate the darkness of a grid-down winter, staying informed and maintaining contact with the outside world is vital. An emergency radio is a must-have tool in your survival kit. Not only does this device provide updates on weather conditions or civil alerts, but it also serves as a beacon of hope amidst the uncertainty, reminding us that we're not alone in our struggle. Moreover, it's crucial to have a communication plan in place with your family members and neighbors. This plan could involve regular check-ins, sharing resources, or even forming a collective response to the crisis. When phones and the internet are out of the picture, simple gestures like these can make a world of difference. Remember, we're stronger together. In times of crisis, communication is not just a comfort, it's a lifeline. When the outage stretches from hours into days, how do you endure? This is where long-term survival strategies come into play. Imagine this. You've conserved your resources diligently, but the power outage is stubbornly persistent. You've got to think outside the box now. One strategy is to utilize the snow around you as a water source. Yes, you heard that right. Snow, when properly melted and purified, can provide a vital lifeline in the form of hydration. And let's not forget the power of community. In times of crisis, people often come together, pooling resources and supporting each other. So don't hesitate to reach out to your neighbors, share what you have, and collaborate. Shared strength is a powerful tool in the face of adversity. In the long run, survival is not just about enduring the night, it's about thriving in the new dawn.